Hey guys, I am making this video so that we can have a little stockpile of some things that really help us get the most out of what we're trying to do here. So today specifically, I'm going to be talking about your mornings, your morning routines, your morning rituals, just getting the most out of a good, solid, fresh morning that helps you start your day right. If you look back at most all successful people, and there's been research done on this, that most of them have one thing in common, and that's the fact that they have a morning routine. It can be long, it can be short, it's consistent. And that's the biggest factor here, is that you're creating this consistency for you and doing things that really help elevate your mood, elevate your mindset, and elevate you to a place where you can really accomplish your goals. So we are going to be talking a lot about Hal Elrod's book, The Miracle Morning, and that's because it's absolutely specifically geared towards this. There's a few things that Hal says within his book, and one of the things that he puts out there is your savers. So it's just an easy way to remember the things that you can put into your morning that will really help elevate you. And the savers are starting with silence in the morning, to affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. I'll go through all of these in a second, but one of the biggest things that you can do to get the most out of your morning is to prep your morning. So you are prepping your coffee or your tea. Like I do a French press, so I'm grinding my beans in the evening so that I don't wake everyone up. I'm filling my teapot, my kettle, with water, putting it on the stove. I am clearing off my countertops, and I'm doing my dishes before I go to sleep, because I know that when I wake up in the morning, if those things are there, that's going to be the first thing on my mind, and that's going to really screw up my mood. So I'm clearing that space off. And when you have a clear surface, a clear flat surface, if that's the first thing you see, or those are the things that you see, my daughter's sitting right here having a snack. Those are the first things that you see. You're going to be more clear in your head. If you just see clutter and just junk and crap everywhere, it's just going to clutter up your mind. It's going to mess with your mind space and mess with your mindset, and it's not worth it. So clear that stuff off. So we've got prep your drink, your coffee, or your tea, clearing off your space. I want you to set out your yoga mat, or set up whatever exercise it is that you are going to be doing in the morning, and write it out if you need to. If you don't have one of the programs that I use, or the mini challenges that I put out there for my challenge groups, then write something down. Do 15 jumping jacks, do 10 burpees, do whatever it is that gets your oxygen moving through your body and to your brain. Get that blood pumping to move that oxygen so that you can really feel awake. I can't tell you how many times I've woken up super groggy, like I have to peel my eyes open, and I do a little bit of movement, and it's like, okay, I'm good, I'm awake, let's do this, what else do we have? It's a big deal, and it really, really helps. So by setting out your yoga mat or your weights or whatever it is that you need for the morning, you're really going to help you have less excuses. The same thing goes with setting out your clothes. I always end up getting into workout clothes first thing in the morning, because even if I'm not doing my full workout right when I wake up, which I usually don't, I am in my workout clothes until I work out, because I'm not allowing myself, and that's my own freedom that I get to do that because I'm staying at home. I know a lot of you guys work, and so that's not an option, but still have it laid out. Have your clothes in a bag to bring to work with you if you're going to do it on your lunch break or right after work, or have them laid out for when you get home. Either way, have your clothes laid out for you the night before you need them. That includes socks and shoes, and ladies, that includes your bra. All of these things become these tiny excuses. They just compound to this much bigger thing that makes it all feel so big that, maybe I can't do it if you didn't prep. So prepping your clothes, prepping your yoga mat or your workout, your exercise, get your book out and put it on the couch or put it on your table, wherever you're going to be. Get a lighter next to your candle if you want to light a candle. You get the idea, right? Like you're totally prepping your scene so that all you have to do is wake up and walk into it. You don't have to do anything else. That's the whole point, is that there's no excuse. There's literally no excuse you have that like, oh, well, this got in the way and this got in the way and this got in the way. If you're going to bed a little earlier, you're waking up a little earlier, it can be 6 minutes, guys. It can be 10 minutes early, and you can get all of this in, and you will feel so good. You're waking up 10 minutes earlier, and nothing else is going to get in the way because you've already done it. The last thing I would tell you to prep is your to-do list. I know that this is a big one for me because I tend to go to bed with all these things in my head, and then I'm waking up with all these things in my head. And so that kind of gets in the way of my silence or my affirmations or those things. So write out a to-do list. Write it so that you don't have to worry. Like you're putting it on paper. You'll come back to it later, but at least it's there for you when you're ready to do it. And fun fact that when you make a list about the things that you can do, you are so much more productive than when you don't make a list, when you don't work from a list, because you tend to get off track and, guided over here. And now this message popped up and, oh yeah, I have to do that. And oh yeah, I have to do that. No, you work from your list. You're creating time to do each item on your list. And then it gets done piece by piece by piece. And you'll get much more done that way than you will if you're distracted. And I'm so guilty of that. So that's our prep, right? It sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much. It maybe will take you 10 to 15 minutes before you go to bed, and it will save you so much time and effort and energy in the morning when you may not have that time or effort or energy. So for your mornings, when you wake up, and the first couple times, or the first time, maybe the second time, you're going to get really excited and like all pumped up and jazzed and like, okay, I got this, I can do this. After the third, fourth, fifth time, it starts to get a little harder, which sounds funny. That's what I've found. That's what I've found in my groups. And so what I want you to do is really think about ways to wake yourself up. I forgot one prep is to put water by your bed in a water bottle. If you're weird like me, you don't want stuff getting into it. It really freaks me out. So I put a water bottle by my bed. I grab that water bottle in the morning, first thing, and this water will wake me up. It refreshes my body. It cleanses out all the toxins. It really helps wake me up. So I have some water. Then I brush my teeth because fewer things wake me up faster than that minty taste in my mouth, and you just feel like you're clean and ready for the day. You get into the workout clothes or whatever clothes you've already set out, and then I come down to my area and allowing myself to be silent for a minute. All of these things combined really, really help me to set the mood and set the pace for my day. The one other thing that I would really encourage you to think about is hitting snooze. So the idea with having a snooze button is great, right? Like I've got 5 more minutes. Nope, just 5 more minutes of sleep. When you go back to sleep, you're not really asleep. You're actually making yourself more tired because your body's not getting that rest that you're really wanting, because you're not able to get into a REM cycle that you're really wanting. But if you sleep, if you snooze it for long enough and you're still trying to get that cycle, your body's still trying to go to sleep, and then it gets woken up again. So it gets jacked out of that REM cycle, and then it tries to go to sleep, then jacked out of that REM cycle. So it really makes a big difference if you get out of bed on the first shot. But those are the ways that, I'll be right there. Sorry. Those are the ways that you can really make the most out of your morning. I know that was a lot. If you're in my challenge group, I will be putting this in the group, and I'll also be putting in a file just to kind of lay it all out there for you guys. But I hope that was helpful. Yeah, I hope that was helpful. Oh man, my last tip, I swear I'm done after this. Open the door and poke your head outside and get a little bit of fresh air. If you're in a place where you can do that, if you're in a place that, even if it's chilly, open it for 20 seconds. Or if it's spring or summer or whatever the weather is outside, just open it up for a few minutes to get that fresh air in, and it'll help you really wake up without the caffeine. It's super helpful, and it's a more natural way to wake up. So now I'm done. I hope you guys found some value in that, and I will talk to you all soon.